Welcome, everyone. It's Lynn Marie. I'd like to begin by inviting you to just take a moment and recognize something remarkable. I believe you're here to listen to this information for a reason. Your brain is changing right now. By simply understanding new information, you're forming new neural connections. The old, well-worn pathways in your mind are starting to shift. Becoming aware of this fact is already part of the breaking free from patterns that might be holding you back. That's what I'm here to tell you about. What is Qi and what is Qi energy? And one of the most interesting and fascinating ideas coming out of modern quantum physics today, and something that I already knew, that ancient wisdom traditions have known for thousands of years, is that everything in the universe is connected through this invisible field of information. When we truly understand this synchronicity happens. And then we stop looking like lucky coincidences are happening, and we really start looking like meaningful glimpses into how reality really works at the quantum level. Scientists have shown that when two particles interact, they become what is called entangled. From that moment on, no matter how far they travel apart, any change in one particle instantly affects the other. Einstein himself called it spooky action at a distance. They actually have better visuals now of this, but here's the amazing part. This doesn't happen just with particles. Your thoughts, your intentions, your very consciousness are also entangled with the world around you. In some of our workshops that we've had, we've documented countless synchronicities that really defy traditional probability. One artist spent months visualizing a specific opportunity. Suddenly, on the same morning, she received 3 separate phone calls from people she hadn't spoken to in years, each one leading her to that same opportunity that she's been focusing on this whole time. So the mathematical odds of that happening by chance are pretty practically zero, suggesting that something bigger really is at play. But it's not just about thinking positive. The field responds to the quality of the energy that you broadcast out. So your emotions, your attentions, your focus. Think of your consciousness like a tuning fork. When you vibrate at a certain frequency, the opportunities, people, and situations that match that frequency begin to resonate with you. This is resonance in action. Really a foundational principle of physics. Your brain processes around 11 million bits of information per second. You're only consciously aware of about 40 bits of that. And when synchronicities occur, you're tapping into information that has been in the field, but now you've tuned your awareness and your notice to it. Even skeptical scientists now have kept detailed records, and they've found that once they've practiced certain techniques, the number of meaningful coincidences in their lives have increased dramatically. Here's what's happening at your brain level. When you meditate, and when you meditate properly, your brain shifts from high beta waves, the waves of stress and overthinking, into alpha waves, where you become more receptive to new possibilities. As you go deeper, you enter theta, the state in which you can reprogram subconscious beliefs. Some advanced meditators can even reach delta waves while remaining conscious, reporting profound experiences of connection to this unified quantum field. There's a specific breath pattern in which you breathe, focusing on feelings of appreciation. This isn't just feel-good advice. When your heart and brain are in coherence, you create a measurable synchronization that elevates your energy and consciousness. Your body produces these chemicals that produce well-being and enhance your ability to access these deeper levels of awareness. In one case, a busy mother of 3 began with just 20 minutes of meditation each morning. Within a few weeks, not only did she find herself handling daily chaos more gracefully, within a few weeks, not only did she find herself handling all those daily chaos moments more gracefully, but new opportunities also appeared in her life, just with perfect timing. What some traditions call energy centers or chakras, they seem to activate in our brain, allowing her to tap into this information more consistently. Remember, this isn't a one-time deal. Meditation, much like going to the gym, requires consistency. You have to train your brain to sustain these elevated states. Just start simply, focus on your breath, then add that heart coherence. Then bring awareness to each energy center from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And over time, your nervous system literally upgrades itself. You operate at a higher frequency. People might notice you seem different, more at peace, more magnetic, because you're broadcasting a new electromagnetic signature into the field. The real power of meditation isn't just what happens while you're sitting in stillness. It's about how you feel and how you become when you open your eyes, when you see. You see, your brain can't distinguish between a real event and a vividly imagined one. That's the key to creating a new reality in your brain. Instead of waiting for something to happen so you can feel a certain way, you create that feeling first, right? This is what I call future memory programming. Before you start your day, before you even check your phone, take time to rehearse your future with all your senses. What does that ideal future look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Smell like? Let your body respond as if it's happening right now. By combining a clear intention with a strong elevated emotion, you send a powerful signal out into that quantum field. I worked with an athlete once who had recovered from major injury, but using these mental rehearsals that I'm talking about, these techniques every day, he would picture himself performing perfectly. Now, he was bedridden, and at that time, he wanted to be out of the bed, so he was feeling every single muscle work in harmony in his body. He first started with his brain, his head, and he visualized and responded very vividly that his muscles would actually twitch. Now, it took a while. 8 months later, he didn't just recover, he surprised and surpassed his previous performance levels. He was able to run and do things he'd previously never done before his injury. Now, this secret here is the emotional intensity that I'm talking about. Most people wait for a good event to feel good. But the new model, feel it first and let the event follow. You train your autonomic nervous system to believe that the future event has already occurred. With consistent practice, your body starts to accept this new reality as fact, laying down fresh neural pathways that support it. Now, when you first start meditating, stand up as the person you're becoming. Step into your day. Carry that elevated state. This isn't pretending. It's embodying a new level of consciousness. And that's what the quantum field begins to do. It begins to organize these events and people and circumstances to align with your new energy. It puts the power of the present moment, that critical point, that possibility, where all possibilities exist in the quantum field, at your disposal right now. Now, most people miss the power of the present moment because they're dwelling on past regrets or they're worrying about the future. But the present is where true power lies. Now, if you're in one of my workshops, you've seen people solve weeks-long problems maybe in a single flash of an insight, simply by entering a state of deep presence. And in that space, time seems to collapse, and you gain access to solutions that would otherwise take months of analytical thought. I'm a very analytical person, and it took me a bit to get to this level of breath work, but that's the power of entering the quantum field with your coherent energy. You're going to enter the universe, and the universe is going to constantly send us feedback. And when you're in alignment, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are coherent, you start receiving signs. You might see repeated numbers, hear a specific phrase, or encounter the perfect person at exactly the correct time, at that right moment. Now, sometimes we dismiss these events as coincidences, right? I said that synchronicity thing before. But don't miss these deeper significance. They're signals that you're right on the right path. You're on this track leading you forward. One musician in our advanced workshop group began noticing butterflies everywhere, real ones, images in art, references in songs, just after she entered a profound state of transformation. And then she started recognizing this as clear indication that she was undergoing a metamorphosis. And she allowed that realization to deepen her trust in this process. Trusting your intuition isn't mystical. It's your nervous system receiving information beyond what your conscious mind can handle. When you get a gut feeling, an inner knowing, pay attention. That feedback from the field is telling you whether you're in harmony with your intentions or you need a slight adjustment. It's called divine timing. And when you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you want to create, the universe responds in kind. People, resources, and opportunities appear at just the right time. We call this divine timing, and it's based not on a clock, but on your energy signature matching the frequency of your vision. So all of this is already playing out in your life, whether you're thinking about it or not. Your thoughts are generating signals. Your heart is broadcasting energy. And your consciousness is interacting with this quantum field at every moment. The only question is whether you're doing it by default or by design. Now, don't wait. You don't need to do more practice or more preparation to begin. That's the best part. And I'm here to tell you, right now, in this moment, you can start. Right now. Not tomorrow morning. Not any other time, right now. So take a breath before you do anything else. Meditate. Create coherence between your heart and brain, right? Program your body with the emotions of your future self. Understand that old patterns with emotional addictions are really waiting to be rewired. We have these thoughts, and every new thought or feeling or action can build fresh neural pathways. Or they won't, right? They'll keep us stuck and in the dark, we think, or evil. We think something is, we're unlucky or evil. And our future expansion that we want doesn't expand, and we don't know why. Well, we're not putting our resonance out there. We're not expanding our possibilities, are we? We're not thinking of expansion. We're thinking of fear or maybe constriction. But recognize that this information found you just now at this right time because you're ready for it. The universe isn't just happening to you. It's responding to you. And when you change the signal you're sending out, reality begins to shift accordingly. So my friends, take a look at these energy centers in your own body. Have any of you ever felt a distinct sensation in your heart or gut when making that big decision? So let this be the moment you stop waiting and start creating. Take that breath, align your heart and mind, step into the quantum field of infinite possibilities, because the truth is, every day, every moment, you have the opportunity to become more than you've ever been before. Thanks everyone for listening to me, and I appreciate you sticking it out this whole time. And let's begin right now. Give the universe a new signal to respond to you. The field's waiting. Are you ready?